Hello?
Hey, cash is down.
Guns down.
Let's go.
Just got news. It's Friday night.
Hello. And welcome back to Friday Night Moms. I'm Celia.
And I'm Danielle.
And we are your Friday Night Moms.
On an actual Friday night.
It is. It is an actual Friday night because I'm just always so
You
surprised.
sound like a Susie homemaker.
It
Here's
is.
some pie.
It's Friday.
Got it. And
Welcome.
it's a night.
And it's a night.
Wonderful.
A
We
dark
made
and
it.
stormy night. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see my little toes right here.
No.
But I took my shoes off because it's raining. And I had on a pair of low-top Jordans that I don't want to mess up. So they're wet. I had to take
You
them off.
should have been that girl who went to the bodega and got the plastic bag. And
I started to. I should have.
I wouldn't have judged you.
I only brought... also, I'm back in New York. Hey, she in New York.
Slow crash. Welcome back. I knew it wasn't going to be long.
You know what I'm saying? I only brought that pair of shoes and the Vans, and I was like, but what do I do here?
Yeah. You should have
Should have put the Vans
should have
on.
sacrificed the Vans.
I chose my look over because the
But they
shoes
can't
were.
see your feet.
I know, but the shoes were a pop of color because we might, you know what I'm saying, go out after this.
Okay,
So,
moving on.
yeah, whatever. Today, none of that mattered. We're talking about.
No, it kind of matters.
I mean, it matters.
It ladders back to what we're about to talk about. Products.
Exactly.
There
We
you
love things. And babies, well, the internet will have you thinking that in the first 12 months of motherhood that you need
Everything.
every gadget.
Well, going back to when we were talking about those sleepless
Mm-hmm.
nights, that's when they get you.
Girl, you get on the
I bought
internet,
many of things.
they will be like, you need this thing and that thing and this thing and that thing. And be like, well, clearly I need this for my baby.
Of
Yeah.
course, because the internet says it works, and it's not.
And the internet never lies.
Never.
What?
Never.
That's the
Brands
truth.
never lie.
Never lie. So today we're going to share some of our favorite baby products
Yes.
from months 0 to 12.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we've created nice digestible categories. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can find all of the links
Below.
If you're listening to this, I think you might need to go to our Instagram page, check the link in the bio. It's
Yeah.
Friday Night Moms, and there will be links to Amazon shops, and you can find
Yeah.
all of the things linked there.
So
You know,
for
we
ease.
make a couple dollars if you buy
Couple of
couple coins. Help sisters out.
help us then put that money back into more things.
More things,
for our
because
children.
the children actually need more things now, I
Yeah.
think.
No. More snacks for sure.
So much
All the
food.
snacks. I've never seen anyone consume so much food.
So much food.
Into
Oh my
the
God.
tiniest
Just
body.
like non-stop eating. Okay, so let's start with, what's our first category?
Our first category.
Danielle has notes.
clears the throat. Oh, okay. So our first category, excuse me. I got excited. Okay. Our
Got
first,
notes.
I did my homework. Okay. Our first category of this episode, entitled Bed, Bath, and Beyond,
Okay.
is,
We'll
start with,
First of all, she was very excited about the title when we talked about this. She's like, I want to call it Bed Bath and Beyond. I was like,
So original.
okay. None of the stuff that we bought came from Bed Bath and Beyond, the store. It's just that this list is about Bed Bath and Beyond.
Yeah. Actually, I do have one thing that's not on the
Oh.
list that did come from Bed, Bath, and Beyond.
Well, you should be sure to mention that.
I will
thing.
at the end.
This is not a plug for Bed Bath and
No,
Beyond.
but remind me. I just thought it was witty.
It is.
Anywho, so the bed
Yes.
of Bed, Bath, and Beyond.
Yes.
See? It sort of
Yes.
works. Is the sleep category.
Sleep category. What you
Okay.
got? Well, the thing that we have that's the same on this
Yeah.
list is the SNOO.
Is the SNOO and the hatch?
And the hatch. Yep, we have a hatch. We have
Okay,
a hatch.
so
Yep.
the SNOO, if you're not familiar with the SNOO, it is a bassinet, a very high-tech bassinet.
Girl.
It's new to the market, maybe the last 2 years or so. And basically once it hears your baby cry, it kind of sways them to sleep depending on the level of frequency. It can be an aggressive shake, which I never really got there. It kind of scared me, to something more natural.
I even thought that the low setting initially felt very aggressive.
Really?
I did.
But I think it's because their head kind of does this.
Yeah.
Which sounds terrible, but it's because the body is
That's true.
stiff.
That's
Or
true.
like, you know,
Yeah,
you are
swaddled.
You place your child in a straitjacket. Let's
Yes,
call
you
it what
do.
it is.
It is a straitjacket.
A
yes.
swaddle.
It's a swaddle, but it's a straitjacket.
But a very safe one. And, you know, once they're in it, if they're not wiggling or crying, it will not do anything. It'll just remain still.
Yeah.
However, once they start crying or fighting to get out, it starts to move, and it's supposed to And you have the option of turning off the sound or keeping it on. Now, ours, it is actually going back to pricing, quite expensive.
Ooh, it's expensive.
Wait. So this is not for the faint. So the thing is, ours we did not purchase. We were we got a loaner from a friend who had purchased theirs for their daughter maybe a year and a half before us, which is beautiful. That was part of their like, here, you need this. It worked for us. They bought us all new like mattress pads and all the things. And for Gunner,
that was really nice.
It was. Yeah. I mean, I didn't realize how great it was until it came. So for Gunner, it worked.
Yeah.
As he got bigger, he started to fight. I'll probably add a picture, but there's one where
please insert that picture, please.
How it harnesses your child is basically you put their arms by their sides, you put the Velcro across the chest, and then you zip them up. So all that's out is their beautiful little cherub faces.
Yes.
He found a way to shimmy so much that
my man was out of there.
I don't know how he did it. He's Houdini.
He was out of there.
He was out of there, you know, and then we started to learn he didn't want to be swaddled. And the babies get to that phase where they don't want to be swaddled anymore. So it worked for us. Then we evolved into not using their swaddle and just swaddling him and letting him kind of do his thing. And then he grew up and he got too big. So I love this SNOO. Yeah. It worked for us.
Now, you loved it.
Loved.
Would you have paid for it? Do you think
I would have rented it?
Okay.
I would not have purchased it because one, we live in an apartment. Yep. So where is it going?
Because it's big.
It's big.
It's very big.
It's a solid bassinet.
It's very big. Yeah.
And you know, we live in an apartment, so where's it going? Because there's always that conversation as to like, are you having another baby and blah, blah, blah. And it's like 2 stacks minimum. It might be more than that.
Well, I think once you add some tax and stuff on there, it's like 2.
It's a solid amount of money before your child arrives.
And in case you don't understand 2 stacks, that means it's $2,000. $2,000 out of your USD.
bank account. USD out of your bank account. So, if sorry, I moved this stool, but I would not purchase said SNOO. It is a wonderful investment. I would have invested it via rental, which I learned through you exists.
Yes. So first of all, when I first discovered the SNOO, because all of the stuff on the internet is like, you need this thing. This is the magic thing that will get your baby to sleep. And I was like, well, I got to get me one of them because I want to be asleep.
Because you also got it after you guys had come from the hospital. It was there. We started from day 1.
No. So we had a really cute, which in hindsight I should have just stuck it out with. Ooh. We had a really cute basket bassinet.
Oh,
like
yeah,
the little African.
This was part of the look.
It was aesthetics. It was aesthetics.
Yes. Did it rock?
It had a rocking stand. And that was what Cash came home to. And in the hospital, we had really found like a rhythm. But I think what most first-time parents don't realize is that when a baby is first born, they're not really like of the world yet. No. They don't understand that they're out.
Yes.
And like in the coming days and weeks is when they start to like, oh.
Yeah, like my hands can move this far.
My
feet,
voice,
everything starts.
Everything. So when we were in the hospital, we were like, oh, it's gravy. We're going to put them in a little bassinet. This is going to be fantastic. Yeah, and then a week or 2 later, Sean, at 5 a.m. was like, I'm ordering a SNOO.
Yeah.
Because why?
his
Because
voice?
now we're exhausted. Yes.
That's a weird voice. It doesn't even sound like his voice.
That's so funny. I did this in another podcast, and you did the same thing. Is that his voice? And you
does
were like,
sound
it
like
sounds
his-
like Bane. And I was
It does. You keep giving him this like
Sorry.
grandiose man voice.
trying to like
Like
convey.
pushing people into the water. What was that, Batman?
Yeah, I'm trying to convey how strongly he felt. You know what I'm saying? For those who aren't watching, my man felt very strongly about this. He's like, "We getting the SNOO because
getting the snow. Okay.
because he was against it. I have been looking on Facebook Marketplace. So also that's another good place to look. If you don't want to rent it, you can. They're readily available on Facebook Marketplace
For rentals.
for purchase. So instead of $2,000, you can probably pay $600 on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh,
They go quickly.
that's an amazing.
They go fast because the internet is telling everybody that they need them.
Because it worked for me.
Yeah, well, it did not work for me.
Okay.
I was
Sorry,
not
hush.
sold on the SNOO. I was like, I mean, sure, but no,
It didn't
because
really.
so fast, Cash did not want to be swaddled. I think very early on, he was like, why would you do this to me? I don't want my hands down here. I want my hands up here. So then we would put them in, because there's a swaddle, the Dream on Me, that allows you to put their hands up here.
Oh,
So,
Gunnar hated that.
oh,
joint.
Cash loved that
The
one.
little starfish.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, Cash loved that
It was either let them
one.
free or strap them up. There's no starfish.
Cash loved the hands up
See,
here.
Dream on me.
Dream on Me. We'll link it.
Yeah.
He loved that one, so we would put him in that, and then we would put the other one just like
Around
around
the waist.
his midsection. But he never really. I mean, maybe it worked a couple times, but it never felt. And maybe because we were paying for it, so because we saw the money coming out of our account and we were still
You were like,
sleepy.
if this is not a lifesaver,
I don't want it. So for me, it was fine.
Okay.
But like once or twice, I can't remember it actually working, like and
And-
putting him back to sleep.
For our beautiful viewers and listeners at home, how much
Yeah.
was the rental? Do you remember?
I don't remember. I think it's like $160 a month.
Okay, we'll price check. that.
Yeah, we'll price check it. I think total we ended up spending like maybe $500 or $600 that we would have got it used.
And then you gave it back.
And then with the thing about the rental that people should know, yes, you have to keep the packaging.
Ooh,
Which-
that big ass box.
Big ass box. You have to keep the packaging. Once you send it back, though, you keep the mattress and you keep obviously all of the accessories, which I then just sold on Facebook Marketplace as like a
that's
SNOO
helpful.
bundle. So you can also find that stuff on.
So no need to buy brand new.
No.
Okay,
Yeah. So yeah, the SNOO.
lovely. Okay, next on my list is a diffuser in the sleep category. Now, not any particular diffuser. I will add one to the list, the one that we use. But the reason why I say diffuser is clutch because when Gunnar is sick, the entire house smells like a spa. Eucalyptus everywhere. Lavender, when, in the beginning we would, have the lavender scents.
Look.
He tell us.
Make sure your phone on silent.
Everybody on silent. Room on silent.
Who get a text message?
Ching. And it wasn't me. Even
the
with my
producer
phone.
and the
producer.
engineer fella. Ding.
Anywho. So a diffuser. Do you use a diffuser?
So I was just about to say, no, we've never used. We have a humidifier,
Even when he's
but now I'm like, I'm taking
That's
a note.
nice. Okay.
Get
Yeah.
diffuser.
Yeah, it's nice, a nice little
Yeah.
scent.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is one thing that we used that you didn't use and we loved.
Oh yeah, I have strong feelings about this one. But let's touch on the hatch real quick before.
Okay,
'cause
okay.
I
Going
feel like
back to the
we're
hatch.
gonna spiral on that one.
Oh, sheesh.
The hatch, we love. We continue to
We
use
love the
to this
hatch.
day.
So the hatch is a sound machine.
Sound machine.
We had
and
it.
nightlight.
And nightlight, yes. And it connects to an app. So if you're in a different room, you can shut it off.
Yep.
You can turn it up, turn it down. Although I think it's quite loud, even on like 5
Ours
decibels.
never goes higher than like 15.
I don't even know if I go that high.
Really?
I feel like I hear it, and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star haunts me.
We call it the bing bing bing.
Yes.
Bing 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 bing. Bing 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 bing.
It drives me
Crazy.
through the wall.
But the
But we've
babies
had
love
it
it.
since we brought it to the hospital.
We didn't bring it to the hospital, but we've had it since since birth.
We brought it to the hospital because a lot of people were saying like, oh, white noise, like it'll help
We told you
baby.
that.
Oh, okay.
I was like, girl, your baby is used to being inside your loud body, and in the hotel room, in the hospital room, it was dead silent, and Cash would be like, not very loud, but like just enough. So we had to use an iPad, those like 8 hours of rain.
Yes,
so I remember being like, take your sound machine to.
I was like, somebody
told me. It was me. Take your sound machine to the hospital.
Now, I don't know if that helped there because we just turned it on because it helped us. But we still use it.
Yeah, we still
Not
use
every
too.
night.
We use ours every night.
Yeah.
Bing, bing, bing.
But do you
bing.
cut it off in the middle?
Yeah. We cut it off we cut it down and we turn it on to the rain.
And it has a timer.
Oh, I've never used a timer
on the app.
Oh yeah.
Which
sometimes
because the bing bing bing,
it'll be hours later. Like we've taken Cash to daycare and we'll come back into the room
and it's still bing binging.
No, it's still like the rain. It's still raining. Also, Sean once was hearing it and he was like, I thought you were in the shower forever. And I was like, bro, that's the sound machine. Okay, well, but yeah, we love the hatch.
The hatch is great.
The hatch is clutch.
Check.
Yeah,
hatch.
Check. Yeah.
Okay. Now we gonna fight?
Yeah,
I didn't even know you had such a strong opinion.
Because we were pregnant at the same time. I don't know anything more than you do. So when you were like, I'm getting this thing.
Now you like,
I was
that
like,
was the dumbest decision.
I was like, can't believe she buying this thing. Go ahead.
Okay. I hope it's what we, okay.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So I think the thing she's talking about is called the Owlet sock.
It is indeed the Owlet sock.
Okay. Not outlet.
Owlet.
Owl.
Owl.
Like,
yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Owlet. Yeah.
So the Owlet sock is a Velcroed sock that you put on your baby's bare foot. And basically it monitors their heart rate and their oxygen levels and will alert you with a twinkle twinkle little star, another bing bing bing, another twinkle twinkle little star should either dip in a space that is not comfortable.
Right.
We bought it from the beginning because I did not sleep. Like beyond the sleep when the baby sleep. Like if he grunted, I'm like there was I had such high levels of anxiety. And so through that, Antoine knew that I was also not sleeping. And he was just like, there's this thing I did, all the research.
Mr. Research.
My team research.
Yes.
And he was like, I found this thing on the internet. It's called the Owlet. It monitors X, Y, and Z. And I think it will help you and us.
Yeah. And
so we got it and it was great. It actually, in all the months that we used it, it only went off maybe 3 times. And those 3 times, thankfully, weren't due to danger. It just shifted on his foot and it couldn't get a good reading.
Yeah.
We also, and I think different from you, because of my high anxiety and not sleeping, placed Gunnar in his own room at 2 months. A lot of people wait a longer time to put their babies in a different room. And I just needed the separation in order to have peace of mind. And then the additional peace of mind came because we had the sock.
Yep.
So we got a bing, bing, bing if something was wrong. And I could feel a little bit more comfortable. Now, I didn't put all my eggs in one basket because it's technology and things happen and it's not charged enough or whatever. But it helped greatly. We went on vacation, you remember, at 4 months. So we were in a house, which is way bigger than an apartment. So we could go downstairs and he was asleep. It was more than a monitor could provide me because the monitor was only doing sound or temperature. This gave me just that extra level of comfort for the anxiety-ridden mom that I was.
Yes.
So I loved the Owlet sock. And here is Miss Judgy, who never told me she felt away.
Well, because, like I said, when you said you were getting it, I think we were both, it was still early on. I thought we were still pregnant, but maybe we weren't.
No, we weren't.
We weren't. Okay. And so,
or maybe it was very early when the boys came home.
And I don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? Who am I to tell you that this is a ridiculous electronic.
Why is it ridiculous?
Well,
I literally so like.
I just feel like, and for other anxiety-ridden parents, or for any parent who has lost a baby due to SIDS, they will probably have a much different opinion.
100%.
But for me, it's just like, I'm just gonna trust this baby to keep breathing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was just how I
felt about it.
How I felt about it.
I respect
I had
it's your baby.
It's my baby. I had saw on because I watch YouTube videos, and it was a thing that lots of people, the SNOO and the Owlet are like the two big,
you could go either way.
Very polarizing products that are, some people are like, you need these things, and other people are like,
don't even try it.
Right. So that's
like the Mamaroo. That's not even on the list.
Well, it should be. Because now, good Lord, this stupid Mamaroo. But I just thought that the Owlet was just one of those things where I was like, for you, it worked. And so that's great.
Yeah.
And for me, I thought that like they are just marketing to mothers' anxieties and fears. They're literally just like, moms are scared. What price tag can we put?
Yeah, it is a hefty price tag. It is $230.
What price tag can we put on their fear? How much will they pay?
I have bestowed and given, I think we've given our Owlet to another mom.
There you go.
So, it's a gift that keeps giving.
It's a gift that I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying it's not something that I was unwilling to, but there are, I will say, because our monitor, we also have different monitors. We use the Nanit, which is another one of those very popular.
I saw that one. That was expensive.
It was expensive. I think we got it as a gift. But if you set it up, we didn't set it up we didn't attach it to the wall to do the like top down view. Yeah. But that one will. When the baby's on its back, it will alert you if like they stop breathing or something. But we never used it that way because the option is there. And now maybe I did. So maybe because you had the Owlet, you spent a little less time hovering over your baby, and maybe I spent a little bit more time hovering over mine. But it just was never.
It's how you split that.
Yeah,
whatever lets you sleep at night,
and that's what it is. If you feel like the Owlet will help you sleep at night, you should absolutely get it. If you think that it's a ridiculous piece of marketing material, like I do, feel free to skip it.
Yeah, feel free not to sleep at night. And just stand over your child and watch their chest breathe. Anywho,
that's that on that.
Carrying on.
I'm glad that it worked for you, though. What I will suggest that people buy is a bigger apartment. Don't share a room with your baby. See how she had the option to put her baby in a room? Buy more space.
Well,
that's what I say.
The more space is definitely more than $235.
I'm just saying.
Who knows? You may have a plug somewhere.
That's the winner. And I would be remiss if we left this sleeping section if I didn't mention yet one more time the Slumber Pod.
Oh, Lord.
Because the Slumber Pod, if you can't get more space or you travel a lot or whatever. Are they secretly paying me? They should be. I don't know.
But you know my feelings on the Slumber Pod.
Welcome to the Owlet. You know what I'm saying? Welcome.
But, okay. So my feelings on the Slumber Pod. When Celia got her Slumber Pod, I was like, go girl, whatever you need to get some sleep because it's you and the baby in one room. Now, my cheerleading feelings started to shift when we learned via you that Cash could not sleep without.
It's a little bit dependent. It's a little bit dependent.
It is. And it made me a little like, but
it is.
Now you got to carry it everywhere.
But it's portable.
Yeah, I remember. And then when you left it in the car or wherever you left it, you were
wrecked.
Wrecked. The distraught conversation we had when Celia said she left the pod.
What happened was
so she was like, oh, so Gunnar can say, what were we doing? I don't know, but you left it. But at least one point, we came to visit you And Gunna fell asleep right there, broad daylight.
And I was amazed.
She was like, wait, so he's just sleeping?
He just gonna be asleep?
And I said, yeah, he's right here in the living room with us. She's like, but it's daylight. And we're talking.
And we're talking.
This, that, and the other.
I started whispering. She like, we ain't got to whisper?
No,
I'm like,
he's asleep.
No, not my baby.
Okay, please just share the
story. What happened is we were taking a road trip to Cleveland,
please
and
prove to the people why the Slumber Pod is not necessarily.
Sean took the Slumber Pod in the car. Sean was driving the car to Cleveland. Me and Cash were flying.
Yes.
Sean left earlier, and he put the Slumber Pod in the car.
The portable Slumber Pod that can go anywhere.
He packed it up and he put it in the car.
It can go anywhere.
And drove it away.
Yes.
And then the idea, the plan had been to give Cash a nap and then get on the plane. And when it came time to put him down for the nap, I said,
"You're so skeptical."
Oh shit, we have packed. The Slumber Pod has left the building.
It's on the highway. What
am I going to do? How am I going to get this baby to nap?
In Ohio.
We were here. Cash, we were on Sean was on his way to Ohio. We only did it one time. Never happened again. Because all it takes is once.
Because you was scarred.
Because I was scarred because I think at the time, I think this is the same time. No, it's not the same time. But it was early enough where I had a little baby, you know what I'm saying? And he should have, I could wear him, but I put him, and I texted you, I was like, she's like, put a sheet on the windows. So what I ended up doing was put a sheet over the crib, but it didn't work. He only napped for 30 minutes, and he was normally at the time like a 2 hour.
He was a strong napper. He's always been a strong napper.
Strong. But to that point, I'll just say, never let your Slumber Pod leave you. Keep it with you, and you will love it. In a hotel room,
I say try it here and there.
Okay, maybe keep it to travel, because in a hotel room it would be clutch. 100%. Yes,
that makes sense.
But and also if you share a room though with your baby and you have no choice.
I mean, listen, it goes back to the Owlet.
It's the Owlet.
The baby's in a different room. Put the sock on.
Do what feels good.
Your baby's in your room. Put the tent over the baby.
Put the tent over the baby.
But he can hear everything. But
you gotta still whisper. You gotta still whisper. You do gotta still whisper. Shh.
No.
But we had some hilarious moments when he would when he figured out that it was a thing, and it would he would put his hands against it, or he there's a picture with his face against it.
Sweetie.
Sean hates it because he's the one always putting it down and breaking it down and setting it up. But yeah,
it's a 10 for your baby in your house.
Yeah. Okay. So that was sleep.
So that was sleep. And actually, last bit is we both love coterie diapers.
Oh my God.
Not sponsored.
Love coterie diapers.
Love. To get through the night, key.
Baby.
Day in and day out, key.
Don't even try one of them other diapers. Just put it on your registry and let somebody buy it for you.
It's an investment.
Coterie. It is an investment.
Get the subscription.
It's worth it.
It's worth it.
It's like they magic, and I feel like they know how many diapers you need. Like as the diapers, as they get to bigger size, you only need 200 now.
Yeah.
And I'd be like,
okay.
Is that enough? But it's always been enough.
So that concludes
sleep.
The bed of Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yes.
Okay. Carrying on. The eat of Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yes, because you be eating at Bed Bath & Beyond.
I mean, they sell snacks.
They do sell snacks. Sure. Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Anywho, mine is kind of short, but mine, I don't know how you pronounce it. Is it bebe? It's French. I think it's bebe. B-E-A-B-E. Bebe. The bebe food maker.
Le bebe.
So this was on my registry. No one had told me about this particular food maker, but I chose the one because it's glass. Because I went through my whole plastics.
I mean, we should still be going through that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm just I got a little
first time moms. All of the tropes are very true.
Yeah. Okay.
You're gonna do
it's glass. It's not plastic. You can steam. You can puree. So just going back to like breastfeeding, my journey was a little bit shorter. And so I invested all my energy into pureeing.
You did. You really did. Wow.
Almost to this day.
That's really interesting that we've never... That's the first time I've heard you vocalize it like that.
I think, thinking back, it's quite obsessive.
Wow.
So, because I couldn't produce past 7.5 months, I was, and he started having purees from 4 months, but at 4 months, I was like, oh, he's only going to have
the finest
homemade, mom-made.
Yeah.
You're only going to like mine. Now, yes, we bought some.
Yeah.
Listen, life happens.
Yeah.
It wasn't 100%. But yes, I went obsessed with the puree so much that you remember I was sending Cash puree goodies.
Yes, I remember. She's like, "This is some squash and something," and I was like, well, "Give them to her."
Yeah, like I overdid it on the carrots. Cash,
I went heavy.
I went heavy on the carrots, and I would send you Ziploc bags.
You did,
but
and
it felt good.
Again, here we are, very different. I pureed zero things. I pureed.
What did you?
Nothing. We did baby-led weaning from the very beginning. So, like, the very first food he ate was a Trader Joe's applesauce, organic applesauce packet. But yeah, we follow. So, baby-led weaning is its own like thing. But there's this Instagram account called Solid Starts that once I discovered it, I was like obsessed.
You obsessed about Solid Starts?
I was obsessed.
I'm on the fence.
I thought it was amazing.
I still follow them because of you. Some of the things they say, I'll be like...
they've never steered me wrong. Everything that they've said has held true for me.
And that's fine.
And so, like, early on, they were like, give them a rib bone or give them a chicken bone to help them map their mouth.
Yes.
And so we did that. Yes. And then they really were just like, and now give them food. Yeah. And that's what we did. Yeah. Like, early on.
Some of those, or at least Solid Starts... felt weird to me because we were leading him in the life of pescatarian. Right. Because there's no fish bone that you can give a child.
Well, there's no meat on these things.
No. But I'm saying in terms of like that solid something that continues to give. Now he'll have like a chicken bone here and there. Yeah. And the way they eat a chicken bone is wild. Yes. But there's the marrow. There's so much that continues to keep them interested. Yes. There's nothing in the world of fish. Right. That will just remain. There's no equivalent. So.
A carrot stick.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's had all the sticks.
Well, I'm saying I'm
just saying protein to protein. Like hardcore protein to hardcore protein. There's nothing in the fish. So some of the things that didn't work for me, some of it I was just like, okay, well, my baby gonna slow it down.
I follow everything, and
Cash eats everything.
Cash eat everything. Now they do say that they'll start to get pickier as they get older. It's just natural. But right now, whatever you put in front of him, he's going to eat the fruit first, and he's going to eat the vegetable last. But he will eat them. It'll all be eaten.
Cash is a very healthy eater.
Hey, Cash be eating. And that's basically so that I just never pureed anything. In my spirit when I was pregnant, I was like, I'm gonna be Danielle. I'm gonna be pureeing. I'm gonna boil it and mash it and whatever.
Boiled apples. I done did it and tried it.
But once I found Solid Start and delved deeper into that world, I was just like, well, this sounds way easier because I'm all about what's easiest. Yeah. And let me also be honest in this podcast in that Sean was and continues to be in charge of all of Cash's food. I have prepared very few meals
and
for Cash.
I am the food. Yes. Like Antoine's the educator and the milestones and all these things. I am the food intake and the planning of activities. Like we have very clear lines. So
Sean's
I think that's where I am.
Sean's the chef, and then I'm kind of everything else, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I had the booby milk, and Sean had the food, and then we had piggybacked on some of your activity planning. Again, I'm going for what's easiest here.
I mean,
But
it does
Solid
help
Stars
to have,
is great. It
we
does
said
help.
It.
Yes.
It helps to have a mommy buddy.
Yes.
A child with children close enough in age so that, you know, you don't have the mind or space.
Piggyback. I do want to say though, like, because we in the linking of the thing so that moms have these resources. Solid Starts has a website. It's started by a mom. She continues to run it. She has a set of triplets, actually, I think. And they have a website full of videos and a free app. And the thing that I found really helpful in the free app was, because you're just giving them food, they kind of have a database of almost any food you can think of, and it tells you how to give it to them based on how old they are.
Yeah, that part I do like. When I see their little Instagrams and it's like,
serve
months, this cubes, this
strips,
spears, whatever.
This thinly sliced, and I think that that's a really good resource, because that's the thing that you don't know. And I think parents get concerned about just giving them food because it can be a choking hazard, and so that resource is free. It's an app. Is really helpful. So
what's the paid part? Is there a paid part?
Yes, there is a paid part where it has recipes, videos, because there's lots of other, allergies and how to deal with those and what to look out for in terms of allergic reactions, because they don't always look the same. But tons of videos, tons of other resources. We have a paid thing, but that involved a level of like research and stuff that we just didn't necessarily delve that deeply into. We just kind of, it was a wing and an app.
Okay. And does Cash have any allergies now that you brought
So
up
far,
allergies?
no allergies.
Yeah,
no,
same.
he's everything's gone down. When we first started giving him milk, though, I think we were giving him too much. I didn't know that you could give them too much milk.
Like you give him whole milk?
Yeah, whole milk. I didn't know that you could give him too much. Well, we gave him whole milk because he was going to daycare, and that was what they were going to give him, unless we provided something else, which we can still do. But we gave him the milk to see, like, before he went to daycare, like, how will this affect you? How are you? But you can give them too much. And so he had the poops a little bit.
Like the runs?
Not so much the runs, but just like he was pooping a lot. And then when my mother was like, well, how much are you giving him? I was like, well, just giving it to him whenever he has something to drink. She was like, well, maybe you're giving him too much. And then I Googled it, and it's like they only need like a cup of milk a day. And then the rest can be water.
So instead of giving Cash water, you was giving him milk?
We were still giving him water too, but like at meals, we were like giving him milk. It was for like 2 days. Let me not say that it was like a long
My Cashy
time.
poo, when you listen to this when you're old enough, call auntie.
He had poops for like 2 days. And then we were like, let's give him less. And things went back to normal. And actually, now that he's at daycare, I can't remember the last time I changed a poopy diaper on the weekends, because he never poops when he gets home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's pooped at daycare. So yeah.
Okay.
Solid Starts.
Solid Starts.
Yeah.
Le Bébé food maker.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I don't have the brand, so that will be in the link somewhere. But any kind of like suction plates, training utensils.
Yep. I have come that I really love that I'm going to find.
Same.
Yes.
They're in our links.
They will be
Sorry,
linked.
I don't have the names.
Yeah. But training spoons and suction plates and cups.
And training forks and cups. Now, the cups thing, he has sippy cups. He has a weighted straw cup. But the open cup, it just never, I don't think I was ever committed enough.
Yeah.
He'll drink from an open cup.
Yeah.
More so my open cup or Antoine, somebody else's open cup. But if I just put the little cup, he won't be like, oh, like he'll take it and maybe knock it over. But the patience isn't there. I think we've mastered the straw. We've mastered the sippy. Clearly, the bottle is key.
Yeah.
But the cup, I think it requires a level of.
That was another place where I felt fairly committed. I was fairly committed to the open cup. So Cash really went from a bottle to using an open cup until Sean discovered that he knew how to use a straw. And like we gave him a straw like way back when, and he was like, I don't know what to do with this. And then we just gave it up and we were only using the open cup until Sean must have just been Shawning. And he was just like, I'm gonna give him this straw, and discovered that he could use a straw. So then we switched to a straw cup. And that's just simply for ease because you do have to make sure they don't spill
or choke or like now you gotta clean up everything
because sometimes it's a dedicated drink and sometimes it's a drink and then it's a pour it on the floor.
Or like I'm gonna knock it over a little bit. It's a little bit more of a commitment. I don't have it.
We've kind of switched back to an open cup at dinner.
Okay.
Because he's using a straw cup. I'm sure it's the same weighted straw cup with the blue top, the Nook.
Ours isn't the Nook, but it's the same concept.
They'll be linked.
They're all
We took the weight off of ours though. We found it was easier for him to get the water out without the weight on it.
So we still have the weight because Gunner still thinks to
tip it back.
Like a bottle. So we keep the weight there to help that he can get this leftovers.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Let's eat. Yeah. I think we did well.
I agree.
Okay. Next and last category is play.
Yes.
Yay, best part.
Because it's the fun part. Yeah.
So, okay. So,
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. To say we said that this was to include months 0 to 12. But we didn't talk about bottles.
Oh.
We didn't talk about brands.
Oh, I went through. Okay, so Gunner had a tongue tie. I believe I spoke about that before.
I think you talked about it before.
And so I went through many a bottle.
Yeah.
I went through the bottles that the internet told me I needed, the bottles that the pediatrician told me I needed, the bottles on the blogs, like so many bottles.
You went through a lot of bottles.
I donated so many bottles because he would try one time. No, it didn't work.
Yeah.
I tried the bottle that looks like a boob.
Yeah, you were very excited about that one. I remember.
Excited because I was like, oh, okay, like, is it ergonomically shaped like a boob? So this must make sense and he won't have nipple confusion or flow confusion or all the other confusions. I then learned that was from a specialist, that's all a ploy as
that nipple confusion is not really much a thing.
It's so much a thing. And more so on that, she was saying like the shape of the boobs doesn't
matter.
It's not going to do nothing.
Yeah.
But when we got down to it, good old faithful Dr. Brown.
And same for us, Dr. Brown.
I'm like, why are they selling any other bottles?
I have no
Less
idea.
gas, all the things. And then discovered, because again, going back to my whole plastic and scared of like...
Oh, Dr. Brown's makes glass bottles. Yeah, oh, I did not know that. So actually, we got gifted a ton of Dr. Brown's.
We started with plastic.
Yeah, we got gifted a bunch. And I did because I also became, again, because I watched YouTube videos. There were these like, if you sign up, you could get this free stuff over here and this free stuff over here. I was like, give me all the free things. Now, I do recommend that all the moms do the free formula.
Yeah. Buy the free formula.
Get the free formula.
Get the frees.
Get all, but you don't necessarily need all the things. But I had a lot of, you don't. And if maybe your baby is the one baby that don't like Dr. Brown's, and so you need these other bottles.
True.
But so then that's a good way to try different bottles is by going to Target and Amazon or whatever and registering and getting your free stuff. But in the end, when we did start using a bottle, it was Dr. Brown's. Yeah. And they served us well. And the person who gave us our bottles had a little girl, so some of Cash's bottles were pink.
No.
Don't matter.
Don't matter. I mean, what's going in it?
Milk. And we should also say, again, to feeding, although we were both breastfeeding, we both did start using formula a little bit. And the formula that we used, again, you did the research.
So I did, so we started with
Antoine
Holly.
Did the research.
Yeah, Antoine did the research.
So whatever she says is what I used.
So we had the plastic bottles, but then I started being like, it's hot and it's cold and it's hot and it's cold, and then some of the bottles start to warp. And just think about like if you use Tupperware, we have glass.
Yeah.
I mean, I drink from glass. Like I just started spiraling and being like, I don't know what kind of toxins he's getting from these plastic bottles. So Dr. Brown's has glass ones, but they come with a suction around it. So if it falls, it's not like, don't worry, it's not going to shatter. Oh. His glass the one without the suction has fallen many a times, has not shattered, and not like it's fallen. But if you're worried about that, they do have like silicone sleeves. So helpful.
For the next baby, I'll do that.
For the next baby. And we still have ours. So if you have your baby next, you can use
And I shall.
all of our glass bottles
Yeah.
because they don't smell and they're not warped because it's glass.
Yeah.
Okay. In case you were worried about glass. But going back to formula, so again, Worry Wart, household researcher, Antoine got into it, and the first formula we started with was Holly, which is German, and just I started thinking about it. Unfortunately, the U.S. has a lot of things with their formula, etc. And so I went with Holly, and he loved it. Like less like at these early months and weeks, they're working through so much. They don't know how to like release per se. So they don't know how to release their bowels or gas or burp or anything. So I was always on the path of like, what's the one that's gonna not bind him or cause him discomfort? So the Holly was great. I liked the consistency. It didn't have like a really bad smell. It wasn't too thick. All the things that you want to think about. But then my resident researcher found that it had a lower iron count. Now, we did supplement with iron because that's also a normal thing to add. But then in the end, we decided, why add another level? Let's find something else. So we found the Gerber Gentle Pro. I believe that it's the least sexy looking one.
We'll insert a picture.
Yeah. It's the least sexy pictured one out there. It doesn't have any like special bells and whistles and metallics and all the things. And that worked for us. Thus, it worked for Cash.
And so like, yes, we did the Holly, and then they were like, low iron. Here's a link to the iron. So then we bought the iron, and then they were like, actually use this. And we were like, oh, well, we're switching to this.
So like as friends, as mommy friends and real friends, I would be like, hey, we're using this. Try this first. Because at the end of the day.
Yeah, because you gave it to me in baggies. And
try this. Because your baby might hate it.
Iron Stomach Cash drank
everything. But what's funny is he used to not want the bottle at all. Even though everything was available, he would be like, where's the nip?
Where's the nip? Yeah, he's done with the nip. Well, actually, I mean, he's graduated to pulling my shirt now. I think
didn't we say we were never going to?
I think we've come to the end. I think this is it. Because he was like,
how far have we?
He's 14 months yesterday. I totally missed his birthday. 14 months yesterday.
Pulling at the nip.
Pulling at my shirt. And so I was like, but not in public because we do only nurse in the mornings at home. But it was like.
So how is he now? Sorry, this is sidebar. But how is he now with you not being home and providing a nip every morning?
He's not cared. We've done a FaceTime. Yeah, it's me. Well, who knows what? So I was gonna save this for the.
No, we can save another.
Yeah, he spent some night. Since we have moved to Cleveland, he has spent some nights in my mom's, and when I get to him later on in the day, it's well beyond the time where we would have been nursing. He still climbs into my lap and like assumes the nursing position. Oh. So it's still something
a part of his daily routine. It's
a part of his day. So we'll see what happens when I get back. Because I have decided that 14 months is
solid.
I would like my nipple back now.
Okay, so to play as we.
So that was wrapping up that was food. That was all the food things.
All the foods from breast to bottle.
Yes.
Okay. Play. So there are a few things that we use, and I don't think you used all of them. One is called KiwiCo, which is like it's similar to Love Every, and we were gifted the Love Every subscription. I think the first 2 months, and then continued it on our own. But we also subscribed because we're those parents.
Yes.
To KiwiCo, which is like similar but different. Or advertised as similar but different. That is based on like STEM, so STEM programs, STEM research, etc. And so we love it. And it's a little panda, and Gunnar laughs at the books when he reads them. He has a very like strong reaction to the storyline, and the growth and development tools provided. I mean, I think these milestones are very similar across the board, but I do like the kiwi set.
That was such a the growth and development products provided. What is she reading a brochure? Have they paid you?
No. But you could, I mean, we still pay, like, send me
something. Yeah, because all of these things
cost
real money.
Every month.
Yes,
Kiwi
we
Co.
are. Hello.
it.
I haven't tried KiwiCo, but I have seen, because KiwiCo apparently does boxes for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
They
can be like 18 getting KiwiCo.
And get a KiwiCo. So we haven't tried KiwiCo, although now I'm liking what I hear.
Transition.
Second note after diffuser is KiwiCo. But we have we get the Love Every and big fans. Big fans. Love it.
The first Love Every is, I think, the best Love Every.
I do. Well, yeah. We never hung that thing up.
Oh, yeah.
I really have enjoyed this last one. This 13, 14, and 15 months with the like ball thing that goes
he
down
loves
the thing.
that.
I really enjoy it. And now they have books. Yeah. You can add on, but no, well, I mean, it always came with books, but now they have more books. Like you can add a pack of books onto your
the last thing. The 13, 14, the one before that.
Zoe's bedtime for Zoe?
No.
Parts
the one
of
before
the faces.
No, the kitty book.
Oh, with the animals.
When I tell you that book is in 5 different pieces.
Yeah. Right now. Is it?
Girl.
Oh no.
That one book, you can send yours. He loved. He loved down to. If anyone has that book, you can send it our way. Let me know.
It has a Dalmatian on the front.
When I say he loved it down to the ground, the book, we had to tape it back together. And then he ripped it apart again. He was in love with that book so much. Now, the book is like, I don't know, 2x3.
Yeah.
And the point of the book in that, I digress, is to help them in diaper change. Because now we've hit the war zone.
Yes.
That is diaper changing. And they don't want to do it.
And they were like, no, I don't want to lay down.
Like, he's not... It never worked for diaper change.
It actually worked for us.
He just walks around the house. He'll bark at the dog. Yeah. The birds, all the different animals in it. Loves it. It's in 10 different pieces. It must go.
Ours actually really helped with diaper changes. I did not understand. Again, I'm not the research mom. You know what I'm saying? Not until I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Why won't you lay down to tell you? Why have you suddenly have a problem with this? And then actually I think the thing came and they were like, at this age, children often have a problem laying on their back. And I was like, well,
unless they sleep, he ain't laying on his back.
Give him this book to see if this helps. And I did, and it worked. And what Sean would do, which I used to be like, if you don't put that book back by the diaper changer, because now he like, well, he wanted the book, and now the book is in the living room, and put that book at the changing table. It does not go anywhere. It stays here. Okay. So I thought it really, well, I didn't think it really helped Cash. Yes.
That's
with the diaper
good.
changing.
I mean, not too many things have helped Gunner in the diaper change. Yeah. Because Guns won't
do what Guns won't do.
Run. Yeah. He want to be free. He want to be naked and running around.
Yeah.
But that book has helped him with
the book is a hit.
Learning his animals and sounds and all that stuff. So the book is a hit. I'll say that much.
Bedtime for Zoe is Cash's new. That's the one that came in the latest. Yes, book.
We have that. We haven't embarked on it yet because we also have KiwiCo. So it's like
he'd be like, "Show me what Zoe is up to today.
Bedtime.
What is Zoe's bedtime look like?"
Splash in the bed, and then if it get in the eyes.
Oops, Zoe got soap in her eyes. She doesn't like that. So KiwiCo and Love Every. I
think are solid kits.
Yeah.
You know, if you know someone has Love Every, you can gift them a little KiwiCo to try that out, and vice versa. Yeah. Okay. Boom.
Okay. I don't want to keep. I've had another thing. Love.
Sponsored.
No. Love Every has the fork really and not the flatware. So they have a mat. This is kind of feeding, but it's still Love Every. They have a Montessori placemat.
Did you buy? Is that separate? That's not in a box.
No, it's not in a box. It's a separate thing. It's a placemat with colors and like shapes of flatware on it to like help them understand like the fork and the knife and the cup goes here. But not so much about the mat, but the flatware that comes with the mat. I discovered that Cash like the training fork and the spoon work just fine, but if it looks more like
mommy and daddy's,
he likes it a little bit more. And that's what this is, like, really good quality. It basically looks just like a fork but smaller.
I'm gonna look into that.
So look into that.
Actually, today we think we're gonna give up the on the high chair, that white mat. And have him just sit at the adult table. So I do need to look into some form of mat. Yes, he has a suction plate and all the other things, but I need something wider than that. So, okay, noted.
Yeah, so that was that. And so KiwiCo and Love Every is major takeaways.
I would also say, because we're Baby Sparks.
Yes.
Not sponsored.
Yeah.
It's an app that we use. It helps you with milestones. It actually gives you a program to follow every single day if you choose. It tells you what to do with your baby. You can it adapts to basically the level of comfort in your child doing those activities. That sounds so like...
I'm telling you, you're reading a pamphlet. I mean, if you're watching this, she's not reading a pamphlet, but it sounds like she's reading a pamphlet.
Thank you. I feel very educated.
Does she work for these people?
I don't know. I mean, hit me up, people. Yeah. But no. So, like, for example, today, it's like, I think it's 5 things every single day that they should practice, and they're different every day, like I said. And today was like kick a ball, practice with your child, and they show you a video and demonstrate it. And then once you complete the video, it tells you how many times you should do it. And you indicate whether it was hard, moderate, or easy. And based on that, tomorrow's will be different.
Well, now this third note. You've mentioned this to me before, and then I forgot.
Like he did his Baby Sparks.
Is this free?
This is a free app.
This is a free app with the videos.
It's either free or a
nominal or a small payment.
$1.99.
Okay.
It's an app, but it has
check this out.
Earlier today, he was with the nanny. She helped build a like paper tunnel, and it's supposed to teach him about this and then the other. So it's not all just physical.
Yeah.
But it's like, teach baby how to sit down, and and that's our voice. It sounds very nice, encourage child to do this.
Yeah.
Like all these different things. We had to do like a squishy puzzle. So it's like school, but he's not in school. He doesn't go to daycare still. Yeah. So it's nice to have that balance. Yeah. So today the library was canceled and the gym was closed. So I was like, oh, he better learn something today.
It's time to get into these Baby Sparks.
Let's get our daily, make sure we do all of our Baby Sparks. Yeah. So very interesting.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to try that. Yeah.
I love Baby Sparks.
We use an app called damn, I forgot what it's called.
The one with the baby on it.
Yeah, Leaps.
Yes.
The Wonder Weeks.
Yes.
It's called the Wonder Weeks.
Do you still use it?
A little less now that he's a little bit older, but in the, like, definitely in the, not from 0 per se, but like when you get to like the 4 or 5, when they start realizing they have hands and feet. And what that app does, did you ever use it?
So you encouraged me to use it. I tried it. It wasn't as intuitive for me, but...
Yeah. I liked it because of the calendar. Like, it gives you a calendar based on your due date, not the baby's
Oh, yes. That's the part that
date.
used to throw me off.
Yeah. So, like, no matter when they were born, their brain, it's when... it's based on brain development. So it gives you a calendar of like when your child could be in the middle of one of these leaps and they might be a little more fussy.
Yes.
And it kind of gave you, like, are they more clingy? Or is their sleep interrupted? Like, here are some things that might indicate that they're having a leap and they're acquiring new skills.
Okay.
And would give you, like, here are some of the skills you can look out for that you might notice. And it would say, like, how you can help them with these skills. In practical ways to be like, what the skill was, make sequences or making connections, and how you could help them along with that, like flicking a light switch, and this is how they learn whatever. Yes. So yeah, in those earlier months, we definitely use it a lot more. Also because sometimes when your baby's cranky for a couple of days in a row, you're like, what is going on?
And it's so just the neurons, and
it was helpful to be like, oh, you're like learning something.
Yeah, their brain is going.
Yeah. So that was an app that we used that was helpful. But now I'm interested to try this Baby Sparks.
Yeah, try Baby Sparks. And then I would say my last one for play, which is not on this list. I'm just going to go separate.
Off the cuff.
Huff. Is our Montessori inspired table and chair set.
Hello.
I don't know. I love it. It teaches him. It doesn't teach him anything, actually. It's a table and chair.
Okay.
But it allows us to teach him
Yeah.
because now, as of next week, I want to start having him sit at his table and learn how to eat. The way that the table is shaped, it can go from a table and two chairs nicely nestled in to also, if you flip it over, it can be a bench. So if we want it to be a bench somewhere else in the house when he gets bigger, it can be a bench. The chairs also flip over and they get, based on how the chairs are set, or the seat is set, it will be higher for him, or he can use it like, say we learn how to cook in the kitchen. It can now be that.
A stool.
Yeah.
That's
so
cool.
I like it that it can convert into many different things. And I got it I found it on Etsy. It was sold out in the color. No, I made that up. That was the bookshelf. But I found it on Etsy, and always happy to shop on Etsy. So I will share that person.
Love Etsy, yeah. That's cool. Sean really wants to get a cooking tower. They say to wait till 2, but Cash really loves being in the kitchen. A thing I thought this is, again, I'm going backwards, but we both have the Stokey high chairs.
Yes.
Trip Trap high chairs.
Key.
Love them. You were just saying that's what made me think of it, having him sit down at his table and having him pull up to the table. So in the baby-led weaning, rewind to food.
Yes.
They suggest always bringing baby to the table and everybody eating dinner
at the same time,
which is something that we didn't always do that, but we did try to do it a lot of the time.
That is a good call out. I should try. I think to do it, but often he eats so much earlier than us.
Yeah.
Gunnar also goes to sleep way earlier than most children.
Well, what time are you going to sleep?
6:30.
That's very early.
He still goes to sleep. Yeah. But at lunch, if I'm working from home, I try to eat with
him at the table.
And now that actually today I made the conscious effort to like push him to the table.
Yes.
I think that will start,
So that's what we have not always done with Cash, but more often than not, we were just scooting him up to the table. So that's why I wanted to mention the high chair, because
so that's helpful.
It's another one of those pricier things, but I do like that it goes, because it's a chair, but it's made to really sit at the table. So you don't have to get the tray. You can push them up to the table, and it grows with them. So it's a booster seat all the way down to just a regular size chair in this one thing. So
yes.
I found mine on eBay for just a little bit less.
I was gifted mine.
Yeah.
But they come in these. Did you see the new colors? They come in these new colors, this like mossy green. And
I mean, well, we were gifted one too, but then we sold that one because it was yellow and I really wanted a black one.
And mine was yellow and I love it.
Oh.
Because it's a little bit of sunshine.
It is. And sometimes I look back at the like post that I made about it and I'm like, well, that would have been nice to keep the yellow. But regardless, the point that I was making there was like, you don't have to buy it full price.
No, you don't have to buy it full price.
You can find it.
We would suggest that you buy it. It is a good one.
Yes.
I'm going to speak for you. We have not tried other high chairs.
No, we haven't tried other high chairs.
But I like that you can strap them in.
Yeah.
You can have them in there as small as they can sit up.
I tried an IKEA high chair at IKEA.
Oh, yes. I tried an IKEA one.
Yeah.
I didn't feel that safe.
Nah, it wasn't great. I mean,
but it also was $19.99. So we bought an IKEA high chair waiting for our Trip Trap to arrive. And it was fine, but it also is that, like, he couldn't fit in that now.
Yeah.
Like, he can't. It is not a grow with me.
Not a grow with me.
Get it and go. And I think I just gifted it. I donated it to, like, a mom shelter or something.
We tried one at IKEA, and I was like, well, this is fine, but I wouldn't want to own it. And I've seen...
Oh, wow.
Sorry, excuse me. I've seen people on the internet say that the Trip Trap can be hard to clean. Disagree.
Just hard
disagree. I have no complaints.
The bottom, the cushion. Do you use the cushion?
We don't even use the cushion.
Oh, well, I pull off the cushion once a week, throw it in the wash, put it in the dryer, comes right back.
And it's good to go. Yeah, we use the cushion for a little while, and then, again, we're always looking for we're looking for ease, and it just got to be a little bit, because, and also, well, we weren't giving Cash purees. We were giving him, like, food. And so the food was like getting on the cushion, and we were like,
oh my God, last thing. I have something.
Oh.
Going back to eat.
I'm excited. What is this?
Oh, because I don't think you've been over. It's called the Catchy.
No, I saw your Catchy.
Oh. I
noticed it, and I was like, do I need one of these things?
I mean, Cash be eating food.
Cash to be eating
So the Catchy, which I am so pissed off I did not think of this, because technically it's like, what is that material? Not foam. It's like a plastic. It's malleable.
Okay.
Anyway, you just insert the slots, and now it's a rectangle.
Yeah.
And it slides onto many a different high chair. You just buy the one that fits your high chair. Mm-hmm. And it catches everything. Yeah. It catches his water, his pacifier, food, anything that he decides, because they have those moments where they're just like,
yeah.
Like they discard. I'm going to test your patience.
Yeah. I'm done with this.
Push.
Yeah.
Everything.
Catches
There's
everything.
nothing on my floors. It catches, and then I just scoop it up.
Now I noticed your
and now
Catchy.
it's a Cheerio tray too.
Because you can just put the Cheerios
I just
in
put
there.
the Cheerios, and he'll walk around, run around, do a sprint around the house, be tired. Oh, Cheerios. Grab a Cheerio.
Interesting.
Keep it moving. Sometimes he's dropped his water in there. He'll go over there, drop the water in there,
just
eat a
drop
Cheerio, keep going, come back. It sounds like an animal tray, but
no, I mean, but like toddlers are. You know what I'm saying? I did notice your Catchy, and I was like, maybe I need one of these. And then I forgot about it because we just have the old school, just like mat on the floor.
So I thought about a mat, and just before I bought the mat, I saw the Catchy ad, and I was like, let me try this. And I think it was like $30.
I was not served the ad. I feel let down by the algorithm now.
Because it literally is it's just bigger than the width of your high chair. Yeah. So it's not on the floor. So even from a bending.
And you can just then, I imagine, vacuum it out.
Vacuum it out, use a sponge, and you're Catchy.
You know what we didn't talk about in our Bed Bath & Beyond episode? What? Bath.
Oh. I don't have much to say.
Yeah, I don't have much to say. I use the Stoke collapsible.
I loved it.
Too.
Actually, has doubled for a baby pool right now.
I saw on your balcony.
He loved it.
I'm gonna.
Now
have
we
to
went
try
and
that
bought
too.
a doggy pool just to give him a little bit more space.
Yeah,
but I loved it. It travels well. It collapses. It does all the great things.
It has a little infant insert that works really well too.
And I forgot about that. And it has a heat sensor.
Is that what the stopper is on the bottom?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
So if it's too hot, it changes color.
We were gifted ours, so it was out the box.
No.
I mean, like it was a hand-me-down. Yeah.
But if you still have, if you want to do a test, if you make it too hot, it changes to pink. It starts changing color.
I don't even know. It's in a...
I'm sure you're still in.
I still have it.
Yeah.
Mama Roo, as we wrap up, don't buy it.
The end.
The end.
Do not buy.
Don't buy Mama Roo.
If Rent you must, borrow it.
Again, Facebook Marketplace. And you could probably offer somebody $25 for it. And they would be like, whatever, because it's huge. And they just want it out of their house.
Yeah. And it just didn't work for us.
It didn't work for us.
I don't know anyone who it has worked for.
I don't think it works.
And I think a part of it is that it's not soft and it's it
don't work.
So the moral of that,
don't buy it.
Don't buy the Mama Roo.
You can buy. Did you ever find a thing like that did work? We used the Baby Bjorn just a little bit.
Hated it.
No.
Oh no, he loved the Nuna leaf.
Oh, you did. He did. Love the Nuna leaf.
The Nuna leaf. I'm gonna tag that.
Interesting.
So cute. Not motorized.
Yeah.
It sways ever so gently.
I'll try that with the second baby because when you got it, I was like, I'm so scarred by the Mama Roo that I refuse.
So the Mama Roo is motorized and it has ding ding bing bing. Everybody got a bing 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 and all the things. He hated it. I don't know. Maybe we got 2 times out of it.
Yeah.
But the leaf swayed. We have beautiful angelic pictures of him. Strap them in. And actually, we took it out of the house. It's in storage now, but as he gets bigger, it can hold, I think, up to 80 pounds.
Oh. So you can still be swaying around in it.
Swaying, but it also, you can adjust it so it sits more up. So it can be more like a gaming chair.
Like a little lounge chair.
A little lounge, and it doesn't have to sway. You can lock it and it doesn't sway. So it can be just a chair. Yeah. And actually, my mentor, she loaned us her home upstate when he was 1 month old. I look back at the pictures. Oh my God. And she still had it. Her kids are like 7 to 8, and they still sit in it and do things and sit.
Well, now I haven't tried it, but now I'm like, if and when I have a second, I'll try the Nuna Leaf, because the Mamaru was a big fat joke.
Bust.
I don't think that 4Moms should be a company anymore.
Yeah,
that's the company. Because they also make a bassinet that I've heard is also not good.
I've never heard of it. It's marketing. It's all marketing.
It's all marketing, y'all.
So these are honest opinions.
Yeah, of our 0 to 12 month, like, and this is the stuff that's like aside from like
the normal things,
burp cloths and bibs. Actually, silicone bibs. We never really used a baby bib, but bibs and all the stuff that you like,
teething rings, and actually we used a pacifier, and you didn't.
We never,
even though Cash likes to take Gunner's pacifier.
He does like to take.
Very interesting.
It is very interesting.
But we used. Actually, I did a lot of research on pacifiers because of Gunner's tongue tie. And we use actually the Dr. Brown's just because it allows for more tongue mobility, because the flat ones that look like a duck kind of thing, they suppress the tongue. So it doesn't necessarily allow. So it's more like you need like a cylinder like thing so your tongue can kind of move around.
Interesting.
Where as opposed to like holding it flat and then your muscles and la 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 la.
Okay, so if you're gonna try pacifier, try Dr. Brown's.
Try it.
I mean, it sounds like we have some real like clear favorites that we both tried that were like these are things that work. I just want to say as a last thing that like, as a new mom, don't get caught up in the hype that you need all of the things. Start off small.
Because your baby, as we've said, your baby's special.
Start off minimal as you can. Every baby's different.
Every baby is different.
Don't buy any shoes for your baby who doesn't put their feet on the ground. Just try to contain yourself, parents.
Except hand-me-downs.
Accept all hand-me-downs.
And I have a bag for you.
And I'm going to take it. Accept any and all hand-me-downs.
All of them.
Because you're going to be like, I want to buy... Well, this is me. I want to buy my baby your own clothes. I was very upset. And...
I think I started buying things for him, not out of necessity.
Yeah.
Just to feel like a part of the people who bought things for their kids.
Yes.
I think it was like 5 months.
Yeah, I bought some things, but
everything was hand me. Even now, I still have a bag that someone gave me when he was born that he's just getting into.
I still have some stuff left too. Yeah.
He got some Allbirds that he's just getting into. So
accept the hand-me-downs, y'all, and not just of the clothes, because like I said, we were handed down a Stokey, Stoke tub. We were handed down other. Like tons of things.
Take the hand-me-downs.
Accept any and all hand-me-downs.
And trust that whoever is giving it to you isn't giving you the super stained, broken thing.
Yes.
Like, that there are a mom who is respectful and is giving you working items.
Yes. Don't be afraid of Facebook Marketplace or buying things used because often in that first year, very little stuff do they use long enough to like actually mess it up.
I mean, there's many a clothing that came to us with tags and were gifted to somebody else with the same tags on.
Exactly.
So they grow really fast.
Take all of the things, check. We didn't talk about strollers or anything, which maybe we'll have to do that another time. But we both used the Duna and loved it. That's the travel situation, the convertible one.
Especially
we'll
for
put
a
up
metropolitan family.
Absolutely.
Key.
Worth the dollars. I think those are the major. Yeah. New moms, don't get sucked in, honey.
Just do what we tell you to
and
do.
Don't buy an Owlet. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We'll see you guys next time.
Don't get the pod. Stay away from the pod. Thank you for joining us. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.